This is Channel 2 News, coverage you can count on.
We are focused on it like a laser beam.
More than 33,000 Americans died from opioid overdoses in 2015, and the startling increase in deaths is why the FBI is working to stop the use of these drugs. This is a story you'll see only on Channel 2. It tops Channel 2 News at 5 o'clock. We're talking about prescription pills like OxyContin and illegal drugs like heroin. Good evening, I'm Kristen Remington.
And I'm Landon Miller. Thank you for joining us tonight. And that's just one of many topics Nevada's top FBI official talked to Paul Nelson about in an exclusive interview today. So, Paul, what are federal agents doing to fight this problem?
Well, one of the biggest things is getting the community involved, Landon. The FBI needs to gather intelligence about who's providing these drugs and where they're coming from. And for that, they need people to report what they know.
More than 600 people died of an opioid overdose in Nevada in 2015. That's nearly twice the amount of traffic deaths here in the same year. In many of those cases, the victims were addicted to prescription drugs.
That medicine then becomes the focus of their drug seeking, and they will continue to look out for any opportunities, legal or illegal, to feed that addiction.
The FBI arrested 9 people last April who they say were part of a prescription drug ring here in Reno. The investigation started with the help of community members.
We had good people who said, we have people that are in our family that are addicted to this medicine. They keep getting the medicine even though they don't need it, and they were coming to us to try and stop it.
Many get hooked on pills and turn to cheaper street drugs like heroin. That's become even more dangerous because it's sometimes laced with fentanyl.
It's bad enough to be addicted to heroin, but when you add the deadly fentanyl to that, that's not a good business model for the heroin dealers because they're going to lose their customers. Fentanyl kills.
The FBI is required to enforce all federal drug laws, including the use of marijuana. Recreational pot is legal in Nevada, but not as far as the FBI is concerned, especially since the state is 86% federal land.
If you're on a federal land, if you happen to be on tribal reservations, or if you happen to be on a federal reservation, marijuana is illegal. It is remaining illegal, and the U.S. Attorney's Office will prosecute.
All right, that's pretty interesting. And Paul, as we mentioned at the top of the newscast, you two talked about a number of issues.
Yeah, and it's not just the ones that are in Nevada. As you know, President Trump fired FBI Director James Comey a few weeks ago, and Rouse says the timing was a shock to a lot of people, but it really doesn't change much as far as the FBI is concerned.
The director of the FBI is going to change. That's just a fact of life. But the mission of the FBI, uphold the Constitution and protect the American people, that stays true to form no matter who's the director.
And coming up at 7, you'll hear what the FBI is doing to fight terrorism, coming off the heels of the attack in Manchester.
All right, good interview. Paul, thanks.